the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Lawyer Paul Admocher and Stephen Atubiga. Etanasi na nsema edega no etiefo. Echen kuri. Ose hwe. NDCfo de. Omo anika no omo so yesere chen party bia. Na hwede ekoso. So northern region ayura Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia eborora. Omo de we ani sitie. Na kone kwa yubi maya osi jen na opoko. Na we Atubiga nsema odi tuga. So NDC Mahama any NDC omankasa afetu no omo de shoot omo pay. They should forget 2024. NDC is going to be defeated again. His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama worry with the young can honorable warrior. His Excellency worry na we are Atubiga a analysis actually the entire the NDCfo choice so making being their running mates, being their way of doing things, venue for press conference. Exclusively Stephen Atubiga on quantity me chiri Socialist Party Nsem-Pii and therefore yampese weche yanko niengo tie Stephen Atubiga nensama odituga efa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and NDC yango tie
time. You see, when you are privileged to be made a leader of a political party, you are the one who wants to be a president. The responsibility of making sure that the direction of the your responsibility of making sure the decisions that are taken in the interest of you winning the power first, because the party brands you. We are a social democratic party, socialist. Then we go and rent a place, Nsem-Pii, where water, an average foot soldier in the NDC, an average grassroots person cannot afford to buy water. So if you are there, if you go and rent a place at Nsem-Pii to go and chastise a party that we call a capitalist, especially you want to chastise them for value for money, then you go and spend that amount of money to be at a location that doesn't relate to your grassroots, doesn't relate to the party's principles and ideology. There are so many places. Because you go to the trenches.
So your problem is the location of
the location is very bad. It doesn't represent us. It doesn't represent socialists.
Why should they have done it? Does an NDC have a headquarters?
Yeah, the NDC has an head.
There's also the GJ.
Thank you, press center. And there are communities. We go to community centers and places that relate. I'm talking about the NDC is much more related to the nobodies. I'm talking about the Zongo communities and what have you. If it's the socialists, I mean those are the. But you are living a lifestyle. You go there like a movie stars, or you go there like you're going to launch something more. You are in opposition, and you are leading the party like you are in government. Look at Dr. Mahmood Bawumia. Okay, Dr. Mahmood Bawumia is running his campaign like somebody who is in opposition, who now wants to taste power. If you look at Dr. Mahmood Bawumia's strategy, he's reaching to the grassroots and putting himself. Are you getting me? Look at the caliber of people that were sitting there. And most of the grassroots people who called me, that even they're dressing at all, they were turning them back.
Oh, at the Nsem-Pii?
Yes, most of them.
I don't believe that.
I'm telling you.
Why are they turning them away?
Because the way they dress, the way they look, they are poor, and we believe that the NDC is for the poor. And then at the same time, the amount of money that to buy water at the Nsem-Pii, we know it's between 20 to 30 cedis to 40 per bottle of water over there in Nsem-Pii. And I'm saying that an average food soldier today, they call me and cry, they want 20 cedis for food. 20 Ghana is a how do you call it? It's a chop money, feeding fee for a family in villages, a lot of villages. So if you are privileged, John Dramani Mahama is an experienced politician who has been a president before. And as a former president, if you turn around and everybody is doing yes, master, yes, master, yes, master, there's nobody to tell the boss. As a former president who should be speaking with experience, Dr. Mahmood Bawumia has never been a president before. And Dr. Mahmood Bawumia has been able to perch himself. In the first time in the history of this country, we have a sitting running mate, a sitting vice president, who is bold enough to tell Ghanaians that, look, This is my boss, the sitting president, President Nanado, who gave me the privilege opportunity to be a running mate today. I'm a president. But I am boldly telling you Ghanaians that when I get the opportunity, I will do things differently from my boss. It has never happened in this country. All vice presidents or running mates speak in praising their the sitting president or the opposition leader who gave the opportunity. That's a sincerity. So he has perched himself. When John Dramani Mahama talking about free SH and water, I'm just saying, giving an example. For instance, how come a former sitting president, your people allow you to go out and say, if I become a president, I'm going to do farming for the NDC people, I'll do the poultry and what have you. You remember that it takes more than a particular party to get votes. You are going to be a president for all. It is your party chairman, the general secretaries of the party, they will make those statements. And then maybe you will come out as, look, as a president, I don't think I will condone doing poultry and chairman and co. I get him as an experienced former a former defeated sitting president with all the experience. And at the same time, you are not how do you call it? You are a historian. Okay, my big brother. So if you want to choose a running mate, you have to be more tactical and look at what is the running mate bringing on board. Is the running mate going to bring me votes? Is the running mate going to balance my equation? Where MPP find itself today is different from where the NDC find itself. And the most difficult candidate to sell in any political atmosphere or scenario is a defeated former sitting president coming back.
Are you sure? How do you know that?
Look, go look throughout the whole world. It is few former defeated presidents that have been able to win again. Because internally, for instance, the NDC, John Dramani Mahama's loss haul has been orchestrated internally. All his defeats from 2012, from 2016, okay.
How is he orchestrated internally?
Oh, we have there's always an intent. At this moment, the NDC hasn't got strikers. It's defeated the cracks. NDC has defeated itself already in this election. There's no formidable force. There's power blocks. People have been left behind. And are there anybody to call me today on this studio and disgrace me that when have they ever seen some of the stakeholders, the former presidential candidates, leadership of the party, and then I'm going to use what's his name, late E.T. Mensah's level, have come to any studio of they bought airtime. They've gone to say, vote for NDC, vote for us. That's why the running mate has deepened the crack. If you
I don't understand. Why is the running mate choice wrong? It's a gender.
Very wrong. Very wrong. Look,
because the personality is wrong, or that the gender choice
as
is wrong?
a defeated former city president who wants to win power, your running mate has to be very strategic. For instance, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who represents the Dombo, he knows very well that as a northerner, he carries the northerner as that's what he brings on the table besides his experience. And at the same time, choosing a running mate, you choose a running mate at the heartbeat of the party, whereby irrespective of the flaws, the action and inaction of the party, people will follow the party in the interest of the party, because at the end of the day, it is the party that wins an election. And in this country, it is not a good performance or bad performance of a government that wins an election. It is the structure of your party. And on election day, it is not government structures, it is party structure. And on election day, there is no there's no formality. Okay, it is strategy. So Dr. Mahmoud Mohammed smartly, if he had gone for my mother, chief of staff, it would have been strategic if they wanted to go with a woman, the first female chief of staff in the country, and the first female chief of staff that has given their party the second nod, because it takes a best chief of staff to be able to win an election
with a second term.
Because all the structures to national security, whatever, to the party structure is the chief of staff that sits at her office, encourage the president's weaknesses and crack the whip and make sure all structures work. That's her office plays that role. And I'm sure Dr. Bahumwa realized that I need such a woman to be able to crack the whip for me. So let me go and bring an experienced person like Napo, who is not only an individual, but brings on board all the structures of the party where the party's umbilical cord is being cut, which is the royal of the Ashantis. And a person too that can disseminate Alan, who is an old axe, that would have eaten in the same bowl with them. So immediately you bring such a person, the royals and the Ashanti, they will put the interests of the MPP first than Alan individual and choose Napo. And the day Napo too is not an ordinary politician. He's a politician that has handled the heartbeat position of this country, which is the energy sector.
Yes, and education.
And education. And he has paid his dues in the party. So bringing Napo and the circumstances that my big brother also chose I call her my auntie, very beautiful, very intelligent. Professor Jane Nana. She has everything to be a running mate of a president. But the season and the situation and the position where the NDC finds itself, she does not cut it at that moment. If you compare she, right now, where she finds herself, for instance, Dr. Mahmoud Obama is an economist. She has brought in Napo, who also brings certain experience. Now, when they are talking about it, my big brother, if there's a debate today between John Dramani Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Obama, while Mahmoud Obama will be talking economics and using the economic jargons and what have you, my big brother will be surviving and breathing on his experience. I get him.
Yes.
So you need a running mate who also has such charisma, who would have been somebody from a backyard that, because if you look at her backyard, MPP won. Okay? She is not also a grassroots person. She doesn't appeal, and the NDC has never also won an election with the same running mate. That is why they changed, because of the blocks. Remember, our party is not like the NDC MPP. Our party, any card-bearing member is a stakeholder. So when they have the blocks and they come together, any running mate that you keep rotating, the others work because they know it will get to their turn. And then the betrayal of former President Atta Mills going one term, and the voice pushed him to go, which it was a betrayal to Nana Kunedu, because Nana Kunedu was to take over immediately after. Are you getting me? The old guys bringing the woman, age is not on their side. I'm talking the presidential aspirant who won. Age is not on their side, and they believe that John Mahama bringing her and doing one term, the woman may take over. That is why everybody has folded, you have foiled, you see there's no activity in there. And at the same time, the woman, the fact that the voice came out and said they brought her, it's like they handed over the woman to President, my big brother John Dramani Mahama, like a newborn baby that is a surrogate mother, right? Surrogate mother is, they give birth, you carry
somebody else,
Yes. So it's like, come and take your child, here is it. But look at how they chose Napo, the national security. You can have a national security opposition. You have Governor Latte and Co. The party.
You can let them do a research.
Yes, research.
But NDC has been doing research.
No.
They've been doing some.
Yes, but I'm saying that they failed on the woman is not popular. Look at, now you have the candidate, John Dramani Mahama has gone to Russia. And that has also been a problem, that they didn't inform the party structure. They were not aware he goes where he wants. But I personally, I can vouch anywhere members of parliament are complaining that he's not accessible. Stakeholders are complaining that he's not. And as an opposition, you want power. The best place as a candidate to sit, maybe 2 days in a week, you are the party headquarters. That is the place that belongs to the party members, our dues. They can come and talk to you. Your private office sitting there, the security over there. If you don't have an appointment, they don't judge. I mean, they look at your structure or whatever. They turn you down.
Your structure.
Yeah, I mean your structure, how you dress,
how tall you are,
how tall you are, who your name.
So if you are tall, you can see him.
So let's say somebody comes from Brunkuru or somebody comes from the Volta region with. Do you know what this country would have been if John Dramani Mahama had gone with Julius Debra, Owuadakun, Betty Mould, Brew, the former Attorney General, or Jurasa?
Jurasa was on the cards.
Yes.
Alex Mould.
Imagine if he had gone
Joshua Alabi.
Yes, Joshua Alabi.
Yeah.
And then Sylvester Mensah, who cut between the gun and whatever.
Spio Gabra
and do you know what would have happened?
I mean, I think that would be a
we
formidable
wouldn't have
ticket.
put our hands on the head like today that they have brought Napo, and Napo is like Cavasia, Johnny Walker, and then my mother is now looking like palm wine. I get that. That's the best quality. Like a palm wine tapper, that is the best quality. There is no style, there is no zeal, there is no, something is not moving. The day they mentioned Napo's name, my brother, shiver, we said, it is done. I get him, it is finished. Those were the languages of, and then imagine they put Napo and Nana, that they should debate.
On education.
On education. I know she's an educationist, she can do well, but in politics, it is beyond education. your relationship with the people. And I tell ministers, like Kwesi, the best education minister that we've ever had in this country that I can vouch for. But when he got the opportunity, he didn't go around, you as a politician.
Who are you talking about?
Because current education minister, what's his name?
Educhum.
Yes,
Educhum. Osaya or Educhum.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they make you any position, irrespective of the position that you hold as a minister, it's a step of either being running mate or a step of being a president.
Yes.
Okay. So you take advantage. You visit the whole country.
He didn't do it.
If you visit the whole country, you're on the ground. When you get your party people, and that is what made Napo who he is today as an energy minister. He went to places that matter. He visited the northern sector, what have you. And as he was doing official work, of course, it is a party that gives birth to a government. So when a party gives birth to a government and you get the opportunity for the president to give you parts and parcel of his authority or his powers for you to go and help him deliver good governance, you have the responsibility of using those powers to make sure that you make the president deliver good governance. If those appointees fail the president, you fail the president by being that you are a boss. You don't respect, for the fact that they made you a minister, you think they are the smartest person. You don't respect the party structure. You don't respect the grassroots. Senior, are you getting me?
Yeah.
You don't do. But honestly, I tell my NDC people, President Nanado will be remembered in this country, whether we like it or not, for implementing free senior high school in this country.
Yes.
We should give, look, when the ferry has his truth, give him his truthness and let him go back to the bush, even hard on it.
Okay, let me see what people are saying on the text message. We may be getting on Metro TV.